Hello there and welcome to a demonstration of the Rubrik dashboard. To begin, I'll need to sign in, of course, so let's do that. Clicking here, username, type that in, password, also type that in, and click sign in. And voila, we're in. Did you notice all of those pop-ups asking me to install Java and Flash? No, of course you did not. This is 2015 and we don't require that sort of crud. This is the primary dashboard. It provides at-a-glance details on how Rubrik is performing. Rubrik uses a policy-based approach to provide data protection. We call these policies SLA domains. SLA domains should reflect the service level agreements that you've agreed upon with your business unit or some other member of IT. In fact, let's visit the SLA domains section. The gold, silver, and bronze SLA domains that you see in front of you come out of the box. There are ways to express the RPO or recovery point objective, archival and replication requirements for your workloads. Rubrik will use these values to ensure that the virtual machines are protected according to the SLA domain's configuration. What this means is that you're no longer managing jobs and all of that minutia, you're instead managing SLA policies. All of that day-to-day fuss on when to back up a VM and what order to do it within is abstracted away. It's all handled by Rubrik. Manage policy, don't manage backups. As you can see on this screen, SLA domains are assigned to one or more virtual machines, such as there being 3 virtual machines assigned to the gold SLA. To change this, go to the Manage VMs menu. Rubrik automatically pulls down the VM inventory from your vCenter servers. That's right, servers. You could have one or more vCenters all being protected with Rubrik. All of the virtual machines that are discovered will show up here. When a virtual machine has not yet been assigned an SLA domain, it is listed as unprotected. This prod Eric Ubuntu, for example, is not protected. Any virtual machine showing unprotected is not being backed up. You may have good reasons for this. Maybe you don't want this virtual machine backed up, and we're just letting you know that it's not protected. Once an SLA domain is assigned, such as with this prod Chris Windows virtual machine right here, which is protected with the gold SLA, the virtual machine picks up the protection policy built into the SLA domain, and Rubrik begins creating backups for the virtual machine. Super simple. Let's take a look at the physical details behind Rubrik. I'm going to click on the System menu. Rubrik uses a scale-out shared nothing file system. There's no dual controller or master within our system. Each appliance platform, which is called the R300 Hybrid Cloud Appliance, or a brick, comes in a 2U form factor. Each 2U appliance can contain up to 4 nodes, with 3 nodes being required to form a cluster. This system has a physical capacity, or sometimes called a raw capacity, of about 35.4 terabytes. The logical capacity, which is also often referred to as the usable capacity, is 11.2 terabytes. The logical capacity is smaller than the physical capacity because we're using data mirroring to ensure that a single node failure does not cause data loss. However, Rubrik also uses compression and deduplication to stretch that logical capacity into a much larger value. To see this, I'll return to the dashboard. As you can see in the dashboard, Rubrik has taken over 1,100 backups, we call them snapshots, and is showing a data reduction rate of 95.7%. This means that about 4% of the data we receive from your virtual machine backups has to actually be written to disk. So in this case, our effective capacity ratio is about 25:1, turning that 11.2 terabytes of logical capacity into about 280 terabytes of effective capacity. Note that everyone's data reduction value is going to be a little bit different based on the data that you're backing up. As you approach the boundary of your effective capacity, you can choose to add more bricks and nodes to give more on-premises capacity, or send more of your data into the cloud archive, such as Amazon S3 or OpenStack Swift. This has been an overview of the Rubrik dashboard. In future videos, I'll dive deeper into SLA domains, live mounts, and so forth.